Welcome to the Vegan Experimentalist blog fall vegan food taste test. I'm Rachel and this is Tom. So it's our first time doing a taste test. Start off with some coffee from Chicago French Press. It's their pumpkin spice flavor.
Fresh or roasted organic coffee flavored by hand with pumpkin pie spices, including nutmeg, allspice, and cloves.
So, full disclosure, we have been tasting it this week, and so this is for the camera now. So I put a little almond milk in mine.
I did not.
The smell is really, really good. And when I put agave in it before, I thought that really brought it out, and I think if you're going for a pumpkin spice latte type thing, it needs a little sweetness, because the bitterness, I think, masks some of those pumpkin spices, but it's definitely there. It's more...
It's there for sure, yeah.
Yeah. It's more scented than flavor as far as flavored coffees go, but it's really good. Yeah. You're going to do... the Trader Joe's, and most of these items are actually from Trader Joe's, pumpkin bagels, and as far as Trader Joe's vegan labeling, a lot of their stuff that people consider vegan or determined to be vegan aren't labeled with the vegan V. PETA said that these were vegan, so we're going to taste them. And I put on some plant butter on one half, and on the other half, so this is a dual tasting of Trader Joe's sweet and savory pumpkin spread, which says a tasty, savory counterpoint to cheeses and cold cuts, or to accompany roasted meats and vegetables. I'm a little nervous about it. It has pumpkin, sugar, fruit pectin, lemon juice, and cinnamon.
Okay. So unlike the coffee, these are completely new things for us. Okay.
It's good.
I don't get too much pumpkin from the bagel, to be
Not too much. It says made with pumpkin flour and pumpkin pie spice bits. So you can see some bits, and I guess if you don't bite into one, then you're not really getting it.
If I really concentrate, maybe I can taste some pumpkin in the flour, but if you're not thinking too hard about this, you could just mistake this for like a bagel with a very slightly different taste.
I feel like it's cinnamon raisin adjacent, but that has a more pronounced flavor. This is very, very subtle. I mean, it's slightly orangey hued.
It has a slight sweetness compared to like just a totally plain bagel.
I think we should score out of 5.
What's a 5 out of how pumpkin-y it is or how good it is? Because I like a bagel anyway, so.
Just overall. So let's do the pumpkin spice coffee. I would say 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Wow. I'm giving that a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. The pumpkin bagel, that for me is a 3.5 out of 5.
There's some harder grade than you. I mean, this is it's a basic bagel, so I give a basic bagel a 3 out of 5.
Okay. So we're going to continue with the bagel, but with the sweet and savory, lightly spiced pumpkin spread. I am nervous about this. Here we go.
All right. Cheers.
That's good.
Yeah, not bad. I see why they say you should use it with like meats and roasts, though, because it does definitely have like a more, even though it has sugar in it, it's like a more savory taste to me than I was like when I see something like this. I expect like a jam, you know, which this is less sweet than a typical jam, I think.
To me, yes, But
maybe closer to the marmalade as opposed to like a strawberry jam. But
I think that the word savory was scary to me, but it's not that savory. Like, yeah, I guess I could put this on tofu.
I mean, it's not pumpkin soup, but it's
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So I would see the weighting system that exceeded my expectations. So I'm gonna say 4 out of 5 because of that part of the experience that I was nervous about it and it wasn't horrible.
Yeah, I agree with Rachel on this one. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 as well.
We next have, it's not a pumpkin spice, but it's pumpkin related with this pepita salsa, tomatoes, onions, bell pepper puree, dry roasted pepitas. So I do have a thing with salsa where only my homemade tastes good to me. Like, I don't really like jarred salsas, so I'm starting out wary. I may have had this many, many years ago, and if I didn't buy it again, I don't know. So, okay.
Oh boy.
Like, this kind of has a creaminess from the roasted.
Pumpkin seeds.
Yeah.
Pepitas.
The smell is good, nice and acidic. Let's go.
Alright.
Spicy too. It's not as good as my homemade salsa, but I wouldn't make this type of salsa. So, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I definitely get a lot of the red bell pepper, I would say.
But there's something spicy in there for sure.
Yeah,
Chipotle
it's
powder, maybe that's
something.
what
I
it
mean,
is.
That's probably what it is. It's not the spiciest salsa I've ever had, but it does have a hint of spice to it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I like red bell pepper. Like, I like red bell pepper a lot as an ingredient, just not so much in salsas. So I might have to give this guy like a 2.5 just for that.
What if
I'm still gonna eat it. But.
What if you renamed this to like a dip and thought of it as a red pepper dip?
Yeah, it's definitely more of a dip in that sense.
You could put bread in it, and that would be good.
You could do that, yeah. That might actually be a better use for this, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I like it. It's good.
But like, you know, you're I would say you're more of a bean / dip person than I am. I'm not too good for the jarred salsas. Okay, I love the jarred salsas. Not so big fan of dips. This kind of straddles the line. It still has like the wetness and tomatoes that you would associate with salsa, but then it has this roasted bell pepper kind of taste.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, 4.5 out of 5.
Wow. I mean, I'm still gonna eat it. It's even if I give it a 2.5.
You gave it a 2.5?
Uh-huh.
Wow! Next is the pumpkin spice overnight oats from Trader Joe's that I just put in this white serving container.
Okay, so full disclosure, this will be my first time ever eating overnight oats.
Has the sweetener is like dates. Like, I'm trying this, but I wouldn't have bought it otherwise.
Orange chips.
Here we go. No. I don't like that.
Okay. I am eating it.
It tastes like perfumed soap. Did I not wash this thing correctly? It tastes like soap to me. Let me get from the top. That didn't touch it.
Yeah, worth
it. There's not much to say. The texture is both mushy baby food and a little gritty. I don't know if it's from the spice. It is spiced. It does definitely have a pumpkin spice.
It's definitely pumpkin spiced, for sure. I would say of the things we've had, it's frankly, I mean, other than maybe the pumpkin jam, the most pumpkin-y. However, yeah, it's not very good.
I'm going to give it a 0.5 out of 5 because I feel bad giving something a 0.
All right, I'll be more generous. It's not as bad, I think, as she's making it out to be, but it's not good either. I'm gonna give it a 1.5 out of 5.
Okay. Up is some fall, like just maple popcorn from Trader Joe's.
So no pumpkin at all in this guy, just maple.
No pumpkin, and
Wow.
previously lived in Connecticut, and there was sort of like a local maple popcorn that we like to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So this, I don't know on the bag where it's from, like where it's produced, but let's taste. Smells very sweet. So the first ingredient is sugar. It's not maple, so I think it's a little sweeter, but not as much of the maple flavor as that sort of local brand we'd have in New England.
Yeah, I would call this like more like maple tinted popcorn as opposed to maple popcorn.
Yeah, it's basically a kettle corn.
Yeah, with characteristics of maple. That being said, sweet popcorn, it's always going to be a winner. 4 out of 5 for me.
4.5 out of 5 for me. That's good. Next up is the cashew pumpkin spice yogurt from Trader Joe's. The cashew base, pumpkin puree is in here.
See how this goes.
I don't know. It tastes alcoholic to me.
It tastes alcoholic?
Yes.
Are you kidding? You have like a sort of like rummy type taste, but I think it's just the spices that are reminiscent of the spiced rum. I mean, if I thought the popcorn was too sweet, this is too sweet for me.
No, I don't get too sweet.
Okay.
Maybe I'm thinking there's lemon juice in here, and there's like a tartness that shouldn't be in.
The tartness for me comes in at the end. Yeah, it's somewhat tart.
It's grown on me.
I'll have another scoop.
It's grown on me. I think at first it was like a 0, but it's a 2. It's a 2.5.
I mean, if I judge it relative to other plant-based yogurts I've had, I'd give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I wouldn't grab this. I'm trying to think if it would be good in like a smoothie, maybe, where you amped up
the spice. It could be.
Like a creamy, almost milkshake. So frozen banana, cinnamon.
Yeah, banana's a must.
This next was purchased at Target. It's Annie's brand. Caramel apple bunny grams.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the apple.
I think so.
Now for the brown.
I mean, the brown's definitely better, so I need to eat them together. Let's see. The gram comes through. It's definitely a gram type.
I'm not sure I agree. Let me follow up with it here.
I mean, together they're really good. I like it as a snack. I'd buy that again.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's the same sort of thing as the popcorn. The first 5 are good, and then you're already saturated with sweets at that time, so you don't want to eat any more than maybe 5 or 6 of these.
I mean, the serving size is 31 cookies. So
31? Who's eating 31 cookies?
Probably me. And did we give the score?
No. I'm going to give it the same as the popcorn. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
I gave it a 4 out of 5.
they definitely do. I would say if you're going through the box, try to eat them together because they are actually better together.
Yeah. I'm curious one dipped in the yogurt. Let's see.
Dipped in the yogurt that you don't like all that much.
No.
Okay. Well, obviously.
All right. Well,
Is that it? No more?
that's it. I think we tried 8 unique fall items. Ranged from good, exceeding expectations, to would never purchase again. And yeah, we'll be back for the next.
We're gonna have to roast something in that pumpkin jam there.
Sounds good. All right. Bye.
Bye.